Join me as I try to create the perfect blues rock fusion riff that captures the groove of the ages. Blues rock fusion is a genre that's all about blending the raw emotion of the blues with the energetic drive of rock music. It's a style that's been evolving over the years, with artists like Eric Clapton, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Gary Moore pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Today, we're gonna dive deeper into what makes blues rock fusion tick, and explore the key components that define the perfect groove. One of the biggest challenges musicians face when trying to blend blues and rock elements is finding a balance between the two. If you lean too heavily on the blues side, you risk ending up with a composition that feels too slow or dated. On the other hand, if you prioritize the rock elements, you might lose the emotional depth that the blues brings to the table. Then there's the issue of tone. Getting the right balance of sustain and crunch is crucial, but it can be tough to dial in. And let's not forget about the drums. A great blues rock fusion track needs a rhythm section that can provide a solid foundation without overpowering the other instruments. Finally, there's the issue of song structure. Blues rock fusion often involves long, improvisational sections, which can be tough to navigate if you don't know where you're going. Another common challenge is finding the right tempo. If your song is too fast, it can feel frantic, but if it's too slow, it can drag. You need to find that sweet spot where the energy is palpable, but the groove still feels relaxed. And then there's the issue of melody. In blues rock fusion, the melody often takes a backseat to the rhythm, but that doesn't mean it's not important. You need to find a way to craft a melody that's memorable, but that also leaves room for improvisation. It's a delicate balance, but when you get it right, the results are incredible. When it comes to creating the perfect groove in blues rock fusion, there are a few key components you need to focus on. First and foremost, you need a solid rhythm section. That means a drummer who can provide a rock-solid foundation, and a bassist who can add some serious depth to the low end. From there, it's all about the guitars. You need a combination of crunch and sustain to get that perfect tone. And then there's the issue of improvisation. In blues rock fusion, the best solos are the ones that feel spontaneous, but are still rooted in the melody. One of the most important things to remember when creating the perfect groove is that it's all about feel. You can't just follow a formula, you need to tap into the emotion of the music. That means being willing to take risks, and try things that might not work out. It also means being willing to strip things back, and focus on the basics. Sometimes, less is more. At the end of the day, the perfect groove is the one that makes you feel something, whether that's excitement, sadness, or anything in between. Take, for example, the iconic riff from Pride and Joy by Stevie Ray Vaughan. That's a riff that's all about the groove. It's a simple, repetitive pattern, but it's one that's infectious, and impossible to get out of your head. And it's not just the rhythm section that makes it work, it's the way the guitars interact, the way the melody is woven through the rhythm. It's a masterclass in creating the perfect groove, and it's something that every blues rock fusion musician should aspire to. By focusing on the key components we've discussed today, rhythm, instrumentation, improvisation, and feel, you can create a groove that's truly unforgettable. It's not always easy, but the results are well worth it. So, if you're a musician looking to take your blues rock fusion game to the next level, I encourage you to try out some of the techniques we've discussed today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment below with your favorite blues rock fusion artists. I'd love to hear about them. What topics would you like to see covered in future videos? Let me know, and I'll do my best to make it happen.